You're watching me, Sabrina Carpenter, on The Adam Bomb Show.
That was my makeup, Sabrina.
Looks awesome.
Okay, thank you very much.
Just blend it a little.
So they keep on twiddling them thumbs, skiddly-dee-dad-dum.
I know one girl that's ready.
Who?
I know one girl that's ready. Who is it?
Who is it?
Who's ready?
It's you.
Who's ready? So Miss Sabrina Carpenter coming through. And what you didn't see, I guess you will see by the time this video interview is done, is how crazy your fans are for you. They love you. But
Crazy in a great way.
it is. I know. When I say crazy, sometimes people don't think that's a good thing, right?
But it's awesome. They're so loving, so passionate.
And when we asked you this in front of them, but just talk about this on the radio, what it's like to have fans like that. How does that make you feel when people, I mean, they do rearrange their schedule concerning what you had, I think you had some sort of live stream the other night, and they were talking to me about that while they were trying to win tickets to see you.
Yeah, and those I'm really bad at because I do those for the moment, and they're still up in the middle of the night, which is crazy. How does it feel to have fans that supportive? It feels like I'm really lucky because, I mean, it's not every day that you get fans that would literally drop everything just to support someone, and I'm just really grateful. That's
pretty awesome. Sabrina Carpenter's on the Adam Bomb Show. So let's talk about going from Lehigh Valley to LA. How does that happen for you?
An airplane.
You had to start joking.
No, sorry. I was gonna have.
But how do you make it from? I mean, your life. You're only 17. You've really been in the spotlight the entire time.
Thank you. It's so funny because I guess to a lot of people it looks like I have. For me, it didn't come soon enough. I was 10 years old and bugging my mom that it's all I wanted to do. And so I did have 10 prime years of childhood where I was just, I went to elementary school, I was a dancer, and I did competitive dance, and I just really wanted to practice what I loved the most, and started writing songs when I was 10, and it all progressed. It all progressed with a lot of, begging my parents, and luckily I have such a supportive family and team around me, but no, I think it's all just, I don't know. I feel like sometimes life knows what it's doing and you have to trust it.
You said this to a fan when they asked you about making it as an actress. Let's go this route first. What is it like to be told no?
Oh, the nice thing about it all is you're usually not told no in the face. Usually.
Okay. There
are some times where, it's just, they say you're just not right for this. You know what that means.
Yeah.
But no, I think, you're definitely told no a lot, which, if anything, just makes you stronger. And I've seen a lot of people that, maybe they stop acting pretty early on because they just can't handle that. I mean, there's people around me that tried to do it and then they just saw that it wasn't for them, because it definitely takes a very strong person. So I admire anybody that's in this industry and succeeding.
And you have a lot of passion for it to go through that, because I can't imagine what it's like to deal with producers, and now the record industry has got to be, that's another thing which I think is amazing. How are you doing both? Because there is only 24 hours in a day, right?
Very true. But there's a lot of other days in the year, and I think that's basically just in my head. I wake up and I'm doing what I'm doing that day. That's the balancing act of it all, I guess. But I'm just so passionate about both that for me it's like, make it work.
Yeah, and you do a great job of it, I think.
Thank you.
And when you're able to put on a face for everybody that is on point, I think you do a great job of it being yourself.
Much.
So Sabrina Carpenter's on the Adam Bomb Show. You also told this to a fan, because we asked you before what it was like the night before your album comes out, which was a couple of days ago, really. Tell the story of you going screaming and everything like that, because I thought that was cool.
Thank you. I actually took 6 Ubers that night, and the person that I was with in the Uber played On Purpose, which was my last single, for everybody in the car. Didn't tell them that it was my song, because that would have been weird, but just we wanted to see their reactions, and I posted some of them on Instagram. This one guy just whipped out a strobe light in the middle of the song in the Uber.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
It was great. And then the other guy was like, this album changed my life, man. And I was like, this is awesome. So I think it was just a really overall exciting night for me, and now that we have the instant reaction on social media, it was just really, really cool to see.
What's that feeling like when, somebody says you changed my life, your music? That's a big deal, right?
Yeah, I mean that's all I think music aims to do for people, is to make them feel something, which obviously changes their life in some sort of way.
I'm so excited for you because I like the fact that your fans are so passionate about it and you take it all right in, because there are some artists that are like, okay, cool, and then goes off. But you are one of them, which I think is great.
Thank you.
Now, my question is, though, as they grow up, is it ever in the back of your mind, hey, we got to push for the next thing? Or are you just living in the moment right now?
Oh no, I live day by day. I think I live, and I progress however I'm feeling I need to progress. And I think that was the great thing about this album. It was a natural evolution. It was, though. It really was. I think going in and writing it, all these songs from the very beginning, I knew immediately that I didn't want it to be like my first album. So I think that just happened in my head, and I think that's how the rest of my life is going to go.
Was evolution, when you listened to from front to back, was it everything you hoped it would be?
The only thing different is I want to release more songs. I think that's what every artist always wants, because you have a limit, and I think you just want to get as much as you can out in the world. But I have to learn patience as a virtue as well.
Patience is tough, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, especially in entertainment. I think I don't know how you do it. I mean, there's so much you can do.
Still learning.
Sabrina Carpenter's on the Adam Bomb Show. Okay, say we pull out your phone right now. What app are you on the most besides social media?
Besides social media? Is there other apps? I deleted all my games because I was like, I'll be a better person for this.
You know, you're right. When Pokemon Go came out, I knew
I never downloaded
Trust
Pokemon.
me, it took up too much space on your phone.
I think the last game I ever played was Temple Run. It's been a while.
Okay, good. I don't know what that is, but I'm sure.
You don't know it?
Teach
it
me.
Swept
Teach
the
me.
nation. It was like.
I was in the Pokemon Go thing though.
Okay,
That swept the
that
nation.
was really recent. I mean, Temple Run was a little while ago, but like it's like the little guy that's like running through the jungle, and you gotta like swipe, hop down.
Glad I missed that one.
Yeah.
Sabrina Carpenter's on the Adam Bomb Show. Let's talk about that one artist where you listen to and you go like, that's awesome. That is something that speaks to me. Is there that one artist?
You know what? I go through so many stages of artists that make me feel that way.
Okay. How about now? Right now, is there one?
Right now, probably.
Tough question.
If I would go classic, I would say the Beatles.
Oh, of course,
Just because of the fact that they had so much out there. I mean, like, there's so many new artists that I'm in love with that speak to me as well. But the history that the Beatles have, I feel like you can go through their stages and feel everything they felt just by hearing their music. You know,
speaking of new artists, Sabrina, there are a ton that are, I mean, there's ones that you never even hear of and you see them online. How hard is it to be an artist, not only to be out there, but to cut through, to have big singles, big albums, and people notice you? Because there's a ton of artists that no one ever noticed, and it's so hard to get noticed.
Yeah, I really don't know, to be quite honest. No, I think that's the thing that always blows my mind about this industry, is that there's so many voices to be heard. And that's why it's always, stressed me to just speak my own voice and stay true to myself, because that's the only way that I feel like anybody makes it, is by being unique.
Yeah.
And I think that, obviously I'm not the head honcho of where to look for this answer, but I feel like there's so many talented people and so many people with important things to say, and like I said, everything happens at the right time for the right reason.
But you got a voice when you sang Thumbs.
Thank you.
That voice went entire through the halls.
Oh,
so
thank you so much.
Hey, we appreciate you taking the time for everything.
Thank you.
Sabrina Carpenter on the Adam Bomb Show. Evolution is out now. Get it.
Get it.
Get it.
So they keep on twiddling them thumbs, skiddly-dee-dat-dum.